Astronomers discover first magnetic star outside Milky Way. Extreme heat to stifle construction, U.S. economy, Fed study shows.
Antibiotic pollution disrupts the gut microbiome and blocks memory in aquatic snails, study finds. Orchids feed their young through underground fungal connections.
Ripple donates another $25 million to crypto super PAC Fairshake. Crypto exchange Gemini returns $2.2 billion to users after pausing withdrawals 18 months ago. PayPal's PYUSD stablecoin deploys Solana because of high throughput and low fees.
Kathy Wood of ARK Invest believes Ethereum ETF approval linked to U.S. politics, sees likelihood of a Solana ETF as well. U.S. Treasury isn't trying to ban crypto mixers, top official says. Ethereum ETF June launch legit possibility, as BlackRock files S1.
NYSE would consider crypto trading if regulatory picture were clearer. President says at Consensus 2024, Israel to start digital shekel challenge to develop payment use cases. U.S. Congress's Emmer says, best hope for crypto legislation is year-end session. U.S. Treasury says NFTs highly susceptible to fraud and scams, calls for platform controls to fight money laundering.
Latest energy merger. Germany plans mandatory charging points for gas stations. Data centers could use 9% of U.S. electricity by 2030, Research Institute says.
Philippines, Brunei sign deal on closer maritime cooperation with eye on Beijing in South China Sea. In China and Africa relations, Xi Jinping vows to help Equatorial Guinea diversify economy away from heavy oil and gas reliance. Thailand aims to become first Southeast Asian BRICS member.
Delhi's 52.9 degrees Celsius temperature anomaly is sensor error, relief expected from heat wave in coming days. In Germany, flooding threat looms over vast areas in Saxony.
Japan sets up parliamentary group to probe UFO sightings, move research into mainstream. In Brazil, chamber approves project that allows shooting clubs less than 1 kilometer from schools. Colombian Congress votes to ban bullfighting. In the US, DC Zoo to receive a new pair of giant pandas from China.
Donald Trump fires back at wacko former actor Robert De Niro, who called him a clown. Miley I's new controversial phrase, "People are going to die of hunger, and they're going to do something to not die." In Italy, Meloni introduces herself as that bitch to De Luca. "10 years in prison for $4.5 million BC scammer who bought Ferrari to launder money." Breach Forums is back. Just weeks after FBI reportedly took down cybercrime website, it reappears. Microsoft uncovers Moonstone Fleet, a new North Korean hacker group.
France and Germany say Ukraine should be able to use their weapons to strike inside Russia. A U.S. official says an unacceptably high number of U.S. weapons components have landed in Russian hands. Think tank close to Kremlin says Russia should consider a demonstrative nuclear explosion.
Japan spots China's new spy strike drone for first time over waters north of Okinawa. China wraps up Atlantic deep sea expedition as the U.S. looks on with suspicion. Expulsions of Chinese students spread confusion from Yale to UVA.
US to boycott UN tribute to Iran leader killed in helicopter crash. Armenian government blocks Russian TV broadcast. Turkey annuls diplomatic visa exemption agreement with Afghanistan.
Israel Land Authority orders UNRWA to evacuate Jerusalem premises within 30 days for lease violations. Israel says seized control of key area of Gaza's border with Egypt awash in smuggling tunnels.
Biden administration presses allies not to confront Iran on nuclear program. China, pained by Gaza situation, President Xi Jinping tells Egyptian leader Sisi. Brazil's president withdraws his country's ambassador to Israel after criticizing the war in Gaza.
Third U.S. Reaper drone goes down in Yemen, according to Houthi images. Sweden to donate $1.23 billion in military aid to Ukraine. New York Times reports that Pentagon opens ammunition factory to keep arms flowing to Ukraine.
Adyen launch Apple's Tap to Pay service in Italy. Apple signals that it's working on TV Plus app for Android phones.
Israel said to have waged 9 years' war against ICC, tapping its communications. European Court of Human Rights rules Polish surveillance laws violate human rights. Biden pledges to name progressives to the Supreme Court, suggesting he expects vacancies.
German inflation edges up, as do real wages. In the UK, junior doctors call 5-day strike just before election. Samsung under investigation after 2 workers exposed to radiation, and Samsung Workers Union announces first ever strike for chipmaker.
In Germany, family minister presents loneliness barometer. Le Monde reports that the daily racism suffered by Karim, a 5th-grade student in Neuilly-sur-Seine, terrorist, Saracen, dirty Arab, rocket launcher. Study finds women are vulnerable in post-war peace processes.
EU countries hope to agree Ukraine-Moldova negotiation frameworks next week, as EU aims to start Ukraine membership negotiations by end of June. Bosnian Serbs withdraw draft law targeting NGOs, as Bosnian Serbs withdraw proposed foreign agent law. Hungary's foreign minister visits Belarus despite EU sanctions, talks about expanding ties.
Macron urges Abbas to reform Palestinian Authority with prospect of recognition. War against Hamas will last, at least, until end of 2024, says Israeli security chief. She pledges deeper China ties with Arab states, pushes two-state solution for Gaza peace.
In the U.S., former 3M scientist talks PFAS contamination, decades-long corporate cover-up. In South Korea, toxic substances 428 times above permitted limit found in children's shoes from China shine.
Strawberry truck overturns on San Jose freeway, creates jam. In Brazil, elderly woman adopts a frog that came into her house every day, names her Sofia Loren, and dresses her in custom-made clothes in state of Rio Grande do Norte. Homeless sent out of Edinburgh to make room for Taylor Swift fans.
Black passengers sue American Airlines, alleging they were thrown off a plane because of false body odor complaint. In Spain, the Supreme Court confirms that not using a condom without consent is a sexual crime.
Google's precious search recipe exposed in huge leak. Auction house Christie's hacked by gang suspected of ties with Russia. Hackers claimed Ticketmaster data breach. 560M users' info for sale at $500,000.
Luxury EV company Lucid lays off 400 workers after raising $1 billion. Toyota sales, output fall on Prius recall, dip in Japan, China. A month ago, Toyota recalls Prius cars, halts orders due to faulty door switches. Chinese Tesla rival BYD says its new hybrid cars can go 1,250 miles without stopping for gas or charging. Neuralink rival sets brain-to-chip record with 4,096 electrodes on human brain. Google to invest $2 billion in Malaysian data center and cloud hub. Fetch.ai, Ocean Protocol, and Singularity NET finalize June 13 merger to create Artificial Superintelligence Alliance.
Colorado adds electronics to right to repair protections, as parts pairing banned by Colorado as well as Oregon and Apple softens stance. Best Buy set for 10th straight quarter of sales drop on weak electronics spending. Apple is getting a once-in-a-decade secret weapon in AI-enabled in telephones. Bank of America sees its stock surging 20%. Trump suggested at fundraiser he would have bombed Russia and China. Nikki Haley visits Gaza border communities, blames China, Russia, and Iran for October 7th. Jill Biden wrote children's book about her White House cat, Willow, that will be published in June. Stellantis CEO says $25,000 Jeep EV coming to the U.S. very soon. The 2025 BMW M3 Competition xDrive now makes 523 HP. Toyota may adopt BYD's DMI hybrid tech in China, report says. A report claims Toyota Supra and BMW Z4 to be discontinued in 2026. Alfa Romeo to ditch famous offset number plates due to EU rule change. Great Wall Motor closes European headquarters, lays off all employees.
Apple and OpenAI allegedly reach deal to bring ChatGPT functionality to iOS 18. Apple's artificial intelligence servers will use confidential computing techniques to process user data while maintaining privacy. iOS 18 rumored to add AI transcription for voice memos.
Gran Turismo 7 Update 1.48 now available. Volvo returns, 5 new cars, new extra menu, and new engine swaps. Upcoming Assassin's Creed game attacked as woke over Black Samurai protagonist, but it's based on a real Black warrior. Former Forza Horizon developers partner with Amazon to create new open-world driving game.
Mother Teresa couldn't beat those charges, says Trump, as jurors begin deliberations in trial over alleged hush money payment to porn star Stormy Daniels, and Vanity Fair comments as, Trump imagines a world in which Mother Teresa paid off a porn star to keep her quiet about an alleged affair. Opioid of opioid documentarian Ken Burns lays into Donald Trump sparking mega outrage. Reportedly, Sean Diddy Combs was jealous of the notorious B.I.G.'s friendship with Tupac Shakur, who had no respect for mogul. Kerbal Space Program, 2 team to be laid off in June, says senior manager. Microsoft cancelled Killer Instinct Tournament so people wouldn't think a sequel was coming.
Sarah Silverman says she stopped doing arrogant ignorant because Trump embodies that completely. Lucasfilm boss Kathleen Kennedy says a lot of women in Star Wars struggle with fan attacks because of the fan base being so male-dominated. Richard Dreyfuss comments about women, LGBTQ plus people and diversity lead Bennu to apologize. Ukraine used Storm Shadow missiles to attack Russia with London's permission, as announced by an official. Top Biden aides signal openness to letting Ukraine strike Russia with U.S. weapons. Finland, Canada, Poland don't prohibit Ukraine from striking targets in Russia with their weapons, and Portugal becomes first NATO country to cross Russian red line. Hits key radar with AR-3 drone, announced by IAF expert.
North Korea fires missile barrage toward its eastern waters days after failed satellite launch, and North Korea flies 260 feces-filled balloons across border to the south. U.S. Senator floats redeployment of tactical nuclear arms to Korea to strengthen deterrence.
China lifts ban on 5 Australian beef exporters. JBS says China blocks beef from U.S. plant over detection of ractopamine. Giant tick spreads in northern Italy.
Palantir lands $480 million Army contract for Maven artificial intelligence tech. Bloomberg comments as, "A flirty chatbot is what you get with so few women in tech." Former OpenAI board member reveals why Sam Altman was fired in bombshell interview. We learned about ChatGPT on Twitter.
The Washington Post said it had the Alito flag story 3 years ago and chose not to publish. Alito neighbors say vulgarity came after upside-down flag was flown. Trump congratulates Alito for rejecting recusal calls amid flag flap, as Alito tells lawmakers he will not recuse from Supreme Court cases despite flag controversy.
Southeast Asia tourism to China jumps after visa rules ease. Real-life Tony Stark, Larry Connor plans his next adventure to Titanic wreck, a year after OceanGate. Billions in African gold smuggled to UAE yearly, Swissaid says.
"14 pro-democracy activists found guilty of subversion in Hong Kong's biggest national security case." Google, Amazon, Apple lobby group opposes India's EU-like antitrust proposal. In Argentina, Milei's sweeping deregulation plan passes first Senate hurdle.
The Met returns looted Golden Boy statue to Thailand. U.S. returns $80 million worth of stolen artifacts to Italy. Lost Caravaggio that was nearly sold for €1,500 goes on display at Prado in Madrid.
In the U.S., disbarred attorney David Cagle pleads guilty to promoting $9.5 million cryptocurrency Ponzi scheme. China hands rare death sentence to former senior banker for taking $151 million in bribes. Former FTX exec Ryan Salami sentenced to 7.5 years in prison.
Medical device manufacturer Innovasis Incorporated and two top executives agree to pay $12 million to settle allegations of improper payments to physicians. China weighs record fine for PwC over Evergrande auditing work, and PwC faces defections by Hong Kong, mainland China clients amid concerns about China Evergrande accusations.
One more drop in the AI ocean. ChatTTS. ChatTTS is a text-to-speech model designed specifically for dialogue scenarios such as LLM Assistant. It supports both English and Chinese languages. The model is trained with 100,000 plus hours composed of Chinese and English. The open-source version on Hugging Face is a 40,000 hours pre-trained model without SFT. ChatTTS is optimized for dialogue-based tasks, enabling natural and expressive speech synthesis. It supports multiple speakers, facilitating interactive conversations.
Steam's hottest games. Global top-selling and top-played games across Steam. From the top 100 products by revenue for Tuesday, May 21, 2024 to Tuesday, May 28, 2024. Counter-Strike 2. Dota 2. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Elden Ring. Destiny 2. PUBG, Battlegrounds. Cyberpunk 2077. Apple App Store for iPhone, top paid games, from the 30th of May 2024. Minecraft. Heads Up. Bloons TD6. Puppets Freezeria to Go. Geometry Dash. Plague Inc.
Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers from 30 May 2024. Paper Mario, The Thousand-Year Door. Minecraft. Overcooked. 2. Stardew Valley. Little Kitty, Big City. Among Us. Animal Well. EA Sports FC 24. Inside. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of May 20th to May 26, 2024. Weekly top lists of the most watched TV in English. Bridgerton, Season 3. Bridgerton, Season 1. Ashley Madison, Sex, Lies and Scandal, Season 1. Bridgerton, Season 2. Weekly top lists of the most viewed TV, non-English. The H Show, Limited Series. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Hashira Training Arc. Thank You Next, Season 1. Franco Escamilla, Ladies, Man.
From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of May 20th to May 26th, 2024. Weekly list of the most viewed films, in English. Atlas. Thelma the Unicorn. Ice Age, Dawn of the Dinosaurs. Mother of the Bride. Disturbia. Sing 2. Weekly list of the most viewed films, non-English. Golden Kamuy. In Good Hands 2. Crew. The Courier. Monster. Larpata Ladies. Xbox Most Played Games. Fortnite. Call of Duty. EA Sports FC 24 Xbox Series X, S, Roblox. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Best rated games on Xbox, Cities, Skylines Xbox One Edition. Asphalt 9, Legends. Rec Room. A Way Out. Enlisted Xbox One. Spotify Weekly Top Songs Global. From the Friday, May 17th to Thursday, May 23rd, 2024. $1 Million Baby, Tommy Richman. Lunch, Billie Eilish. Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. Chihiro, Billie Eilish. I Had Some Help, feat. Morgan Wallen, Post Malone, Morgan Wallen. Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. Garter Only, Floy Mena, Chris MJ. I Like the Way You Kiss Me, Artemis. Top hits on Apple Music the 30th of May 2024. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. $1 Million Baby, Tommy Richman. I Had Some Help, feat. Morgan Wallen, Post Malone. Pink Skies, Zach Bryan. A Bar Song, Tipsy, Shabuzi. Like That, Future, Metro Boomin, Kendrick Lamar. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube Music Charts. Global Top Songs May 17th to May 23rd, 2024. Garter Only, Floymena and Chris MJ, Lunch, Billie Eilish. Supernova, Aespa. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. Pedro, Jacksamy and Argentino Romero and Rafaela Corra. Beautiful Things, Benson Boone. Gulabi Suddy, Sanju Rothode and G-Spark Sheesh, Baby Monster. Magnetic, Illit.
Crypto, streaming, tech, and more. Daily News Digest, 30 May 2024.